This is the cash perspective. And y'all know I had something for y'all yesterday, but TikTok hated on me. As soon as I uploaded, they struck it, talking about I violated some standard, and we gonna keep it rolling. Tonight we talking about Sam Christian. Yeah, Philly Black Mafia. We gonna take it back to the 60s and the 70s. These niggas was gangsters, you hear me? Do me a favor, beat the shit out that like button. Go on, fuck that subscribe up. Knock that motherfucking notification bell in the head. Alright, so we all know about the civil rights struggles of the 60s and the 70s. There was another struggle going on all across America that wasn't necessarily televised. It was the struggles in the underworld. We taking it to Philly today though. Sam Christian and the Philly Black Mafia. They say these guys done beheaded people. They done burned people alive. Now, you know, that's all according to them people. I don't necessarily believe shit that come out their mouth, but it's been a lot of verified street statements has verified that these guys was really, really like that. Now, if you confused who Sam Christian is, if you ever watched The Godfather of Harlem, the character that Method Man played, this him. You know what I'm saying? So let's run down the real person real quick. You can't mention Philly Black Mob without Sam Christian. He was a bully. His first run-in with the law was when he was 14. By the time he was 20, he had a rap sheet long as Train Smoke. Back in October of 1964, Sam and two of his homies hit a card game. They ran in, they had the stockings over their face. They told him, they say, man, don't move. That was the only instructions that they gave. One of the dudes, you know, he dove for the pot, like he flinched, like he trying to grab for the money. Sam gave him one to the stomach. Bah! It was a slight struggle after that. I guess Sam's mask somehow had slipped off. People saw his face. He went to jail. But by the time he went to trial, the crazy part was nobody wanted to testify against him. Case was dismissed. He walked. To put it plain and simple, Sam had people scared. He was a predator. People knew, people heard, people talked. They knew how Sam and his crew got down. They ain't want no parts of that shit at their front door. Now, by the time he hit his mid-20s, he had joined the Nation of Islam. He took on the name Suleiman Bey. His homie, his right-hand man, was another maniac. His name was Ron Harvey. He was a Muslim as well. He was a religious fanatic, and he had a very violent nature. Like, that was his go-to. You know what I'm saying? One time, they beat the shit out of a cop together. Went to jail together. Beat the case together. Like, these niggas was untouchable. So by the time the late 60s roll around, Sam and his crew, they basically hired muscle. Extortion and robbery, you know? Those was the games that the Philly Black Mafia played, and they played them well. On Labor Day in 71, right? They walk into a bar in Atlantic City. They walk up to the bartender. They demand a combination to the safe. She like, I ain't got it. I don't know it. They like, all right. So they tie her up, and they tie up 21 of the patrons of the bar, right? And they wait. They wait for hours until the owner come back. The owner finally come back. He walk into an ambush. He don't know what the fuck going on. As soon as he walked through the door, they own him. Yo, what's the combo to this safe? He mad. I don't know. They pistol whip him. You want to play games and waste our time. So they go ahead and snatch the money from the register. They rob everybody. They say they got away with like $14,000 and some jewelry and shit from, you know, the people that was there. And I could believe it, because at this time, everybody carried cash. There was no debit cards and shit, like checks and credit cards and shit wasn't that prevalent. Everybody used cash. So there was a lot of cash around. So yeah, they got up out of there, got in two cars. One of them got away. The other car was captured. It was a high-speed chase on the Atlantic City E-Way. So you know how it go. Philly Black Mob, they go buying their people out. They right back at it. They walk into a record store in Harlem. They run up on the owner. They demand the money, and they demand the combo to the safe. Dude refused. Like, nah, I ain't giving y'all shit. So they like, all right, bet. They calmly walk outside, snatch a random nigga. Like, just imagine you walking, minding your business. You feeling good. You just got your check. You about to go. And the niggas just snatch you up and take you into a random store. Like, yeah, bitch, I'll kill him. Give me the fucking combo to the safe. Dude ain't know what the fuck was going on. He just knew he was walking. Next thing you know, he had a gun to his head. So at that point, you know, the owner was like, man, Joe, if it's like that, hold on. He go back there. They come up on 5,000, right? Whole time though, because they were so bold by doing that, by snatching some random off the street, somebody else that was out there walking by peeped it. They go alert the police. So just as the 5K was being exchanged, 12 bust through the door. One of the dudes named Lester Pointer, he grabbed the owner, tried to take him as a hostage. Police shoot him, kill him, right? Sam Christian and the other people, which included one other dude and 3 females, right? They take off, they go up to the roof, shootout ensues, and Sam hit one of the police in the shoulder. More police come, of course. It's a shootout. Reports say they was as close as 6 feet together, exchanging bullets with one another. You know what I'm saying? Sam took one in the shoulder. Apparently the females got away, but Sam and dude went down. Sam telling people, look man, my name is Richard Carter. I'm from Brooklyn. I don't know nothing. Get a bond. He bond out. He jumped bail. You gotta respect the pre-tech days. Like, that's some cold shit. He gone in the wind. So by the early 70s, the Philly black mob, they pretty much ran a drug trade. But not because they was getting it in and moving it, but because they was extorting niggas. So other niggas who was getting it in and moving it, they ate off that. A lot complied, right? Because they know the rap, they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But of course there was a few that didn't. One of the niggas that didn't, his name was Tyrone Palmer. Everybody knew him as Fat Ty though. By 24, dude was a millionaire off the heroin. He was Frank Matthews' guy. He was Frank Matthews' Philly guy. You feel what I'm saying? Now, being under Frank's wing, it gave him some protection. It gave him some insulation. But apparently not enough. He was cordial with the Black Mafia. But see, after somebody got finessed on some drugs involving Fat Ty, another nigga gets smoked, and another nigga gets smoked. Fat Ty's time was up. So look, he went to a Billy Paul concert, right? Billy Paul was the guy who made the Me and Mrs. Jones, I ain't finna sing for y'all. Me and Mrs. Jones, you dig, we got a thing going on. That was Billy Paul. So he had a Billy Paul concert, right? Fat Ty, his whole squad, they got their women out. They kicking it, you know what I'm saying? They got the jewelry on, they doing what they do. They out having a ball, Dude that just got back from Bermuda too, so niggas been looking for him. He been laying low for a month. Dude, it's Fat Ty, right? He been laying low, right? So he coming back, they having a celebratory moment, right? They at the concert, they kicking it. They got their bodyguards around. Their bodyguards got their girlfriends around. It's like, it's one of them nights. Billy Paul take the stage at like 2 a.m. He started his opening song, right? Sam Christian and his squad, they walk up on Fat Ty's table. Argument, off the rip. Boom, Sam up, shoot Fat Ty 3 times in the face. His bodyguard flinched like he was finna reach. Give him 2 to the head real quick. Put him to sleep. At this point, the rest of Fat Ty's people is reacting now. They had time to get their straps out and, so now it's a full-blown shootout, back and forth. The rest of the club goers, they all caught in the middle. These niggas is getting it in. Philly Black Mafia, they fight their way up out of that because they had a concert in Harlem, by the way, so they not even on their home turf. They fight their way up out of that. Sam Christian go across the street to the bar, slickest shit ever. He go right across the street. Lay low in the bar, watch the scene unfold, you know what I'm saying? One of his homies, he done got one of the Philly Black Mafia members, he done got shot up and shit. He got 5 in the back, took one to the thigh and shit. But they said he ended up recovering off that. Sam Christian, he get on the lam. He end up in the Midwest. He spent a little time in Chicago, spent a little time in Detroit. He used in the networks of the Nation of Islam mosques, to stay under wraps. Now, back at home in Philly, right? It's a whole nother nigga taking over after Fat Ty got laid down, right? This nigga named Major Coxon. Now, Major was one of them slick-ass political businessmen, one foot in the motherfucking criminal world, the other foot in the legit corporate world. He was one of them type of niggas, slick preacher-looking type of niggas, He had a slick mouth on him. He done maneuvered through the ranks of the criminal world. He done maneuvered through the ranks of the corporate world, so he wasn't no dummy, He was in good graces with the Italian Mafia, the Gambinos. He was in good graces with the Philly Black Mafia. Now, Major was much older. So Major had experience and time on the younger gangsters of the Black Mafia that they didn't have, you feel me? So they looked up to him in a way. Apparently, some huge $1 million, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't that much, but it wasn't that far from it, type of heroin deal go down, right? And it was like from between the Gambinos and the Philly Black Mafia. Something went wrong. The heroin ain't get to where the heroin's supposed to get to. So they get up with Major the Gambinos, they get up with Major. They tell Major, they say, look, man, we got $300K for you. We need to know the info on these Philly Black Mafia niggas, and we need to know it now. He say, man, you know what? I'm gonna get it for you. You know, I'm gonna find out. So you need this person, that person. All right, bet, I'm gonna get it for you. Now, what Major doing, I ain't gonna lie, right? I thought this was some player shit. I thought this was some real shit. Major slide on the Philly Black Mafia. He slide on Sam Christian them. He tell Sam them, he like, look, man, these Italians, they on that with you. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn it, I'm gonna give you $200K. What I want you to do, because these niggas giving me problems in other areas and shit. So what I want y'all to do is go on over here and slide. They didn't already promise me this $300K. I'm gonna go get it from them once, you know, whatever. When this shit blow over, whatever, they gonna give me my money and I'm gonna get y'all $200K. Sam and them like, that's light work. They go smoke them 2 Italians, right? This enraged the Gambinos. You know, of course it did. It pissed them off, right? They tell Major, nigga, fuck you. We ain't paying you shit. Major in debt now. 200K to the Philly Black Mafia that he ain't got. So now Major owe the Philly Black Mafia this 200 bands. He trying to get it. You know, he spent a couple of weeks trying to get his bread up, and I think, you know, they gave him a little time. They gave him a little breathing room because this Major, you know. But it got to a point to where it was like, come on, man, you bullshitting us now. So, you know, Ron Harvey, Sam Christian, 2 more guys, you know, Philly Black Mafia members, they show up at his house. They kill him and his whole family. No mercy. He had daughters and everything, kids. Yeah. So they kill the family. They get up out of there. Now it's crazy because some witness, police got somebody somewhere to say that they heard Major say, hey, welcome Sam, come on in. So, you know, if you know anything about anything, you know that shit don't even sound like it, you know, but whatever, right? So that's what got them on Sam and Ron and them, right? On the whole little Philly Black Mafia, really, right? So they get up out of Dodge again. They on the lam again. Not long after that, they end up on the FBI top 10 wanted list, right? It wasn't long after that before they popped both of them. You know what I'm saying? Ron had charges all out of DC and shit. He was running from a bunch of shit. Sam was running from a bunch of shit. So they ended up, you know what I'm saying, popping Sam in Detroit. He went without no incident. He was arrested in 73. He was never convicted on the Coxon murders. Wasn't nobody talking. He was never convicted on the Fat Ty murders. Wasn't nobody talking. But it was one of those cases he couldn't get away with. Remember the botched robbery from the record store when they had the shootout with the police? Yeah, they popped him on that. They gave him 14 years. So he do his time, he get out in 88. When he get out in 88, he try to lay his lick down again, right? But you know, he had to come to the realization that his time had came, and then when it was a whole new crew around, a whole new, you know, group of young niggas around. They call themselves the Junior Black Mafia. Now, did they know a Sam Christian reputation? I'm quite sure. Shit, the dude was a legend. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they ain't give a fuck. Like, you not laying shit down around here. And that's pretty much been consistent with every new generation. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's like, no, this us now. We out here now. You know what I'm saying? So in 1990, he got caught with some rocks, violated his parole, went to jail, came home, stayed out the way to like 2002, violated his parole again, went to jail, came home. When he came home that last time, you know, he finally sat down. I think he enjoyed life a little bit, adhered to his faith. He died on March 6, 2016, of natural causes. How many gangsters can say that? You gotta salute that, right? Anyway, that's the story of Sam Christian. Now you wanna know.